Hey, Michelle Schaefer here with the first in a series of tips to help you get more traffic to your blog. Tip number one is to create attention-grabbing headlines for your blog posts, because without that, you can share your blog post in a million different places. If the headline does not grab people's attention, they're not going to click through and they're not going to check it out. So don't waste your time driving any traffic or trying to until you've put some time and effort into making that headline as interesting and attention-grabbing as possible. How do you do that? With the Hookline Dynamic tool. You can find it free at hooklinedynamic.com. What this tool does is help you measure how exciting, how emotionally positive or negative, and how empowering words are, so you can figure out exactly what to say to grab your audience's attention. You type in the box what you're thinking of. For example, how to write better blog post headlines. And I'm going to scan that. What it's going to do is score all of these words. Now, overall, you can see this only got a 4.7, which is not a good score. This is on a scale of 1 to 10. It's pulling from a database of 34,000 words, ranked by thousands of people on how they feel about the words. So let's look at how we can get this score higher. Well, we've got the word right here with a score of 4.1. As I scroll down here, I can see some synonyms or some similar words that I may want to choose instead. For example, over here, the word create, you can see the little up arrow, and the positive tells us this has a higher score, and it does. It has a 7.0 versus a 4.1 because create is more exciting, it's more positive, and it's more empowering. When you think about it, would you rather create something or write something? Well, create, of course. We feel more empowered by that. So how to create better blog post headlines. Let's scan that again and see what happens. That just went up to a 5.5. Now, one thing you can do is scroll down into the report here and find out exactly why you're getting the score you are and what you can do to improve it. For example, this is really short. The most viral blog post headlines land somewhere around 9 to 11 words. So I want to lengthen my headline a little bit. I can look down here. It says to replace words with higher impact synonyms. You saw just what changing right to create did. You might also try using how to or a list approach. So let's go back and try some of these ideas. All right, let's try adding in 3 easy steps and see what that does. All right, my score just went up by over a point. Why? Because of course that's going to grab more attention. You're telling me that I can do it in just 3 steps and it's going to be easy. So let's try changing better to great and see what happens. It just went up to a 7.0, and let's see what some of the suggestions are for this. So we've got the word great right here. Ooh, extraordinary. Let's try swapping that in. How to create extraordinary blog post headlines in 3 easy steps. Okay, now it's longer, so our score went down a little bit. So we might want to look at shortening it. Well, maybe I change what I'm writing about a little bit, and instead of writing about headlines specifically, I change it to extraordinary blog posts. And we're up to a 7.7. Now, as you know, when we started, let's see, we can go down here and look. I started right here with a score of 4.7. Now think about it. Would you rather learn how to write better blog post headlines or how to create extraordinary blog posts in 3 easy steps? I'm going to click the second one. How about you? That's why it's so important to take the time to really dial in your headline, to figure out how is it going to make people feel. So look at these scores and figure out, do I want people to feel excited, to feel positive, to feel empowered? And measure your results using this tool so that you can really get the traffic to your blog post that your content deserves. When you put your time and your energy and your knowledge into creating something that you know is going to be helpful, then put the time and the effort into creating a headline that will attract people to it, because that has to happen before you put any time and energy into sharing this post and driving traffic to it. So this has been Michelle Schaefer with blog post traffic tip number 1 in a series. To get all the tips in this series, make sure you go to michelleschaefer.com/blog blog post traffic. I will see you there, and I'll see you back again for another video tip on how to get more traffic to your blog.